What's more, he was a merry-hearted man. After our meal he jokingly began to talk of sport, and among other things, after we'd settled up to our reckonings, he said as follows: "Truly, gentlemen, you're very welcome, and I can't think when. Upon my word, I'm telling you no lie, I've seen a gathering here that looks so spry. No, not this year, as in this tavern now. I think you'd up some fun if I knew how. And, as it happens, a thought has just occurred, and it will cost you nothing, on my word. You're off to Canterbury. Well, Godspeed. Blessed St. Thomas answer you to your need. And I doubt, therefore, the journey's done. You mean to while in tales and fun. Indeed, there's little pleasure for your bones, riding along and as dumb as stones. So let me then propose for your enjoyment, just as I said, a suitable employment. And if my notion suits, and you agree, and promise to submit yourselves to me, paying your parts exactly as I say, tomorrow you will ride along the way. Then by my father's soul, and he is dead, if you don't like it, you can have my head. Hold up your hands, and not another word." Well, our consent, of course, was not deferred. It seemed not worth a serious debate. We all agreed to it at any rate, and bade him issue commands he would. "My lords," he said, "now listen for your good, and please don't treat me with disdain. This is the point. I'll make it short and plain. Each one of you shall help to make things slip by telling you 2 stories on the outward trip. To Canterbury, that's what I intend, and on the homeward way to journey's end, another 2 tales from the old days of old, and then the man whose story best is told. That is to say, who gives the fullest measure of good morality and general pleasure. He shall be given supper, paid by all, here in this tavern in this very hall. When we come back again from Canterbury, and in the hope you keep to you bright and merry, I'll go along with you myself and ride at all my own expense and serve as a guide. I'll be the judge, and those who won't obey shall pay for what we spend upon the way. Now, if you all agree to what you have heard, tell me at once without another word, and I will make arrangements early for it." Of course, we all agreed. In fact, we swore to it delightedly, and made entreaty too, that he should act as our proposed guide, as to do, become our governor in short, and be judge of our tales and general referee, and set in the supper at a certain price. We promised to be ruled by his advice, come high, come low, unanimously thus. We set him up in judgment over us. More wine was fetched. The business being done, we drank it off, and up went everyone to bed without a moment of delay. Early next morning, at the spring of day, he rose our host, and roused us like a cock, gathering us together in a flock, and we rode off at a slightly faster pace than walking to St. Thomas' watering place. And there our host drew up, began to ease his horse, and said, "Now, if you listen to me, please. My lords, remember what you promised me, if even song and matins will agree. Let's see who shall be first to tell the tale. And as I hope to drink good wine and ale, I'll be your judge. The rebel who disobeys, however much the journey costs, he pays. Now draw for a cut, and then we can depart. The man who draws the shortest cut shall start."